It's all good.
Word.
Get it out.
Oh no, I hope no one sees my trash bill and pays it for me.
You check it out for yours trash bill at patreon.com/1 to 10 pod.
$34 funding
Pay
now.
for our trash removal.
Dude, $3, $4, $5. It's really easy. All we are asking for is $12 for a lemonade. We are thirsty.
With 12 payments of $13.99, you could have one lemonade. Think of all the...
Bro, I've been seeing
Yes, you
tons
could
of
generate.
kids in my neighborhood selling lemonade on the side of the road.
Yeah.
I'm very tempted to stop, but I never have cash.
Dude, I bet
I'm
you.
not gonna be
I
like,
bet you.
do you
I
have
bet
Venmo?
Homies and my homelessnesses.
That's how you did this. Okay. Okay, Jamie, you got some work to do, man, already.
I am Trill. This is Durs, and this is the Young Fleeb.
Ayo.
Welcome to the 1 through 10 podcast, and I will be leading you on this journey.
Sorry,
as
what
we
did you just call it?
The 1
This
to 10
is just
podcast.
complete. This is complete scuffed.
Wait, what I do?
Man. Oh man.
You
What
called
I
it
do?
the 1 through 10 podcast.
That's what I. We only got 8 episodes in. You fucked it. Jesus, I hate it here.
Oh
right.
boy.
All
I
right.
can restart. You know.
Oh no,
Jamie let it
no!
out.
Jamie has too much work
Yeah,
already
Jamie.
to do.
Okay.
No, it's fine. You just cut it all out. From the front until now, and then you
just
do it again.
Okay.
Jamie's on vacation, guys. Like we can't keep pushing him so hard.
Oh, fuck, dude, you get no time off. You're right. Shit. Speaking of no time off, can we talk about our favorite company and franchise working their asses off to do the bare minimum, and that is 343 and Bungie, or not Bungie, Halo.
I want to just take a second because I was a big Halo guy, especially for Halo Infinite. I put a lot of hours in that game when it came out. I was very hopeful, enjoyed it, still think it has so much promise. And I saw the other day their season 2 announcement. Okay, and so in season 2, they're just now releasing 2 new maps. 2 maps. That's it for multiplayer. 66 maps or 4v4 maps. 2 new maps for 4v4.
So that was
2 new maps for big team. That's it.
That's insane. Hang on.
There's 3 new game modes. They're doing stuff, but it's all stuff that should have been out there on launch still.
Yeah.
And then season 2 is going to be 6 months instead of 3 because they need more time to be able to meet the season 3 Forge goal like they've already set. So now Forge is still not going to be out for another 6 months.
Forge is going to suck dick.
Yeah, so it's a complete dumpster fire. And then on top of that, they're like, oh, we're going to hire an outside company and make a Halo BR because all the streamers were complaining they couldn't stream Halo without a BR. So now not only have they just completely blew the beginning, middle, and of Halo, they're also going to add a VR and probably botch that, and it's going to be fun to play.
But will you play it?
It's going to be interesting to see them. I'll play it to see how bad it is.
So,
I'll play it.
I really don't think Halo's gameplay translates to a BR well at all.
Yeah, I can't really see how that would work. You know, if it was like Halo Reach where there was like things you could pick up and like equip, like I don't know. I don't even know. I can't imagine Halo.
I just don't think Halo works as a because your shields recharge. That is a tenet of the game.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you can take health damage, but like your shields are going to recharge. So okay, there's no shields drops on the ground. That means it's only health packs. But then what guns are you going to drop that you're going to want to pick up? Like, why would I ever pick up an SMG over a DMR or a
And
BR
wouldn't you theoretically only be able to carry like 2 to 3 guns even if dual buildings back?
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. It's like you've been able to have 2 guns.
Like the thing is, in a Halo BR, I'm probably never picking up the energy sword.
No.
Like ever.
I mean, it'd be a fun troll, but unless you can lunge like 30 feet, you know.
Gravity hammer is worse.
I'm just thinking, how big is this map going to be too? Because you don't run very fast in Halo. They have sprint.
I'm thinking it can't be like 100-man BR. It'd have to be like 20. You know.
But then is that even a BR at that point? That's
It's
just like a bigger team battle. Big team battle's already 8v8.
See, how many maps were there on launch for 4v4s in Infinite? I'm gonna count that one map, the White Room map that just changes. I'm just counting that as like one map because it's literally just what it is.
I'm pretty sure there's 6,
That's
7, 6. Yeah, I think
that's
it's 6.
and then there's like only what,
Which
2
would
big team maps?
there's 3.
3, okay.
So, but that's the only game mode I even want to play. I don't want to play Slayer half the time because
Oh,
the
see,
maps that they released aren't good
the way
anyway.
I always played Halo
That's the
back
other
in the
thing. I
day,
have no hope for this BR map because
yeah, I don't
the
think it's gonna be
map
good.
design skills are fucking abysmal.
I think the BR is a total waste and just like just not good for
Yeah, so
Halo.
my rating. I'm giving it a 1 out of 10. I think it's a total waste of time, and they should be focusing on all the other problems with the game they already exist.
Yeah,
Alex?
I'm gonna give it like a 6 because I do actually want to play the battle royale.
Really? Okay.
Okay, so here's my thing. Like, I feel like if we translate one for one what Halo does now and in the past as staples of 2 weapons, 3 weapons, maybe dual wielding, etc., and then the traditional systems of shielding and health, then yes, I think we're in trouble for a BR. But
No, I still think just with the weapons as a baseline, they have to have whole new weapons. That's my
right. So hear
my
me
thing.
out.
For sure.
So with that in mind, and then the addition of hiring an outside company to work with but not on the same project. That's why they're hiring an outside company essentially, right?
Yeah.
And the reason they're doing it is because the contractors that were hired on to make the game, all their contracts expired and they went on and got hired on at other companies. And then whenever they hit launch, people were complaining about all these problems. They couldn't they didn't have the resources to rehire people, and they had to retrain everyone. So that's why it's taken them this long.
Isn't 343 owned by a parent company?
I think because they're owned by Microsoft, right?
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
I think Microsoft bankrolls Halo because it's exclusive on the Xbox. I don't know.
How do these things happen, bro?
But the Xbox execs are involved with Halo Infinite.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you let these things happen?
I don't know how.
A
What I
company
think
that
happened, and
big.
this is what people have been saying, is they think that when they delayed the game first time, they completely scrapped the build they had of the game they had at the time and restarted. And the game we got was a game made in 2 years, and that's why we have all these issues. People really think that and it kind of makes sense because
I can see it.
looking at everything, I could see it being made in 2 years, but for a
Okay, so
AAA title that was 7 years.
If that's the case, I could believe, especially we were rumored to have a BR upon release and we didn't have one. So maybe that's where that happened and went to. So if this is the case and they are recovering and maybe they are trying to do a better job now, like in the assumption that they want to do better than before, that's why I can give it a 6. Yeah, but I think that maybe because the thing I want to look at is like Halo Wars and like how those games played. They're very different than just traditional Halo, but they embody what Halo is still.
Well, I think there's a secondary company that makes the Halo Wars games.
Right.
I'm not sure.
So
yeah.
So in the fact that if you play,
you're right. Yeah. So
now Halo Wars 2 is not that good, but Halo Wars 1 was pretty good. But the point is that if there is these possibilities that they're taking the traditional values,
when they said that it was going to be made by another company other than 343, that did excite me. I like your point because it's because I don't trust them at all.
I think that like it just has a lot of potential, and I think that it could be a fun BR for about a month or 2. I wouldn't mind squatting up and playing it.
Here's my prediction. It ends up like getting into like development hell. They scrap it, and we just get fucking Halo skins in Fortnite. Like,
already have them, bud. Chief's already in the game.
Yeah, already in there. Oh my dude, who doesn't?
Yeah,
that's
Chief's
gonna be
been in the game.
Yo, you know how like the old joke was like, oh, who hasn't the Simpsons like done in their show or whatever?
Yeah, that's now it's like who's not in Fortnite. That's how I feel already.
Is Homer in Fortnite?
Probably, dude. Fucking Jerry Seinfeld is gonna be in goddamn Fortnite at some point. Like,
the Rock's in there.
Jerry, give me my 17-year-old girlfriend.
Tom Holland's likeness is in there, but I mean he's Spider-Man, and
you guys know about that? You know how Jerry Seinfeld had a 17-year-old girlfriend?
Doesn't he have a lot of young girlfriends? Wasn't that like a thing that like comedians at the time were all creepy and like?
Let's just not go too deep with it.
Yeah,
no, not again. We can't. We are still demonetized on that.
No, it's
That is
fine.
the exact thing.
See, if
I
you do the
learned.
noises with your mouse, with your
Yes,
mouth, it's not
exactly.
copyright.
Exactly.
Oh
If you do
fuck.
it poorly,
Okay.
and then you can't catch
I
it.
think where I'm landing with this whole Halo, like just Infinite and all this announcement bullshit they're doing, I'm gonna give them like a 4 out of 10. I'm hopeful, but like it's pretty doom and gloom
Yeah,
for me. Like
I feel very
I
doom and
was a
gloom.
big Halo thumper, but Reach was the last good one, and yeah, the Forge is where my hopes lie. If they just do the fucking, because what was the Reach Forge map called? Because like in
Forge
Halo 3 it
World,
was
I think,
sandbox.
or Forge
Was it
World, I think
okay?
was the
Whatever,
map
but like
because it
it
had like
literally
hangar area, the upstairs
had
part, like the little
had everything,
island.
bro.
You
Yep.
fly
Had
around on
everything.
the big Falcon. That was so
Yeah,
much fun.
dude. Yeah, great map. Great map. So yeah, 4. If they do the Forge right, the game's gonna be goated. Like, cause the Forge is such a good idea for a game company. Like, because your community is just making your game for it. Like, literally, cause those maps fucking on Reach and even 3 were fucking nuts. Like the Indiana Jones ones, if you ever played that, people literally had like the kill balls and everything configured to where if you walked past a certain point, like traps would go out and get you. Like I'm just saying,
Doesn't
there's a
sound bad.
lot they could do right. There's a lot they can do right there.
Yeah.
Speaking of doing right, let's talk about, doing right by our North American esports players
Oh, here
and
we
giving them
go.
a well-deserved break.
Here we go. Finally.
Yeah.
How are we feeling about NA? Well, let's just talk about Champions Queue first. You know, the thing that was specifically built for our region,
How hard
to
am I rolling
grind and
my
get
eyes
better.
right now? Fuck.
Alex, I feel like, do you want to start us off here? Because I feel like you'll have the
Yeah,
strongest.
okay. So to explain what Champions Queue is for our non-native listeners to the League of Legends world, when you play in North America, if you're a professional, you're usually based in California. The server for North America is based in Chicago. This means that their average ping when playing solo queue, or the main primary non-team practice, is about 60 ping or MS, which is
Oh,
about
wow.
point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
RIP.
RIP, right. Difficulty for these young slumpers. So basically what happened at the beginning of the year was this thing was created called Champions Queue, and it is a low latency environment where pros can, or selected people can play in a more competitive place with their free time. It lasted only a couple of months. Like about a month ago, there was like a lot of talk of like it's dying, a lot of less people are playing, a lot less roles. You have a lot of people filling into roles. Not
Yep.
everyone's utilizing it. Until about a week ago, and then they announced that it's over until May 31st.
It's just like, what else are they gonna try to do to make these
Oh, and they
NA
also
teams
heavily incentivized
competitive?
it. They heavily
Yeah.
Yeah.
incentivized it.
Oh, I'm
They
sure.
offered 60 grand in prizes over a course of
Yeah.
the split. And
Yeah.
the winner of the split actually was announced yesterday. It was Sven from Cloud9. He made 25K yesterday.
It's like by all means, help
So
the
wait,
teams
so
get
I do
better.
want to
But it's
preface
such
this
a
though.
mess.
There are certain teams and players that were grinding the fuck out of like Champions Queue.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Dokla, Sven, a lot of
So
people.
this,
People who were hungry to get back into a
yes,
starting role in the professional scene.
yes,
Yeah, that's good.
But
That
people who are
giving them a
already,
chance to
there are
play.
several teams, like 3 of them in specific, including also their academy teams underneath them. Specifically Dignitas Academy.
Wait, before you say the names, I want to, because I know Durs doesn't keep up as closely. If you're gonna guess like the 3 orgs that were just not fucking playing, like less than 30 games between all of their fucking players, like what 3 would you guess? Sven is
Like,
C9, by the way, so it's not gonna be them. Little
yeah,
freebie.
no, I was thinking like TSM. Shit, I don't even know who's in the league these days. Like, but I know the good teams, but they're not. They'd be the ones to practice.
Look
I
up,
feel like
I think you could probably put them
let's
together. Come on, think about it a little bit. Google it.
Well, yeah, just
CLG
pull up,
still a
pull,
team. They
yo,
definitely ain't practicing.
Okay. Okay.
God,
One more. One
2 for
more.
3, yeah.
Okay. I was like, I didn't know if CLG still existed because I
Dude,
haven't heard about them in a few
ESF,
years.
dude, Hootie had like 1 game played of Champions Queue and then never played again.
Okay, and then 100 Thieves does have a team. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Then they're not practicing either. That'd be my guess.
They're low.
They're low, but they're not that low.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it was like
Those have been my
they're
three
also
guesses.
playing in finals today.
Yeah.
Oh,
they didn't need it.
Yeah.
Some teams don't need it because they're just
Yeah,
cracked.
hey,
and they're
Durs, without actually knowing who's playing today, let's hear your guess. Who do you think are the two teams playing in finals in North America today?
Okay, let me see. I'm looking at. I just got the list
Googling.
of the LCS teams for this split. So 2020 onwards.
Oh,
let's see.
wait. Let me tell you the roster, by the way, for one of these teams.
No. Don't give me don't give me any
He-
roster information because I have no idea.
He already technically got one of them. He knows which one. I just said it. So
I was not. I'm just looking. I would say Liquid versus 100 Thieves in the finals.
it is
Oh,
100 Thieves versus Evil Geniuses in the finals.
Oh, wow.
Because Evil Geniuses 3-0
Let me-
Team Liquid yesterday.
Let me
Really?
read
Oh,
off
okay.
TL's let me read off TL's roster for you, by the way. I'm gonna start
Yes.
top down. So you have Blippo in the top lane.
Former
have-
Fnatic top
Who that
laner.
is.
Fnatic top laner who went to
Fnatic
World
top
Finals
laner.
2018.
Okay.
He played with Broxa.
Gotcha. Yep.
And then Santorin in the jungle.
Yeah, I know him.
Bjergsen in mid lane.
This is like
Han-
old TSM.
Dude, Han Sama as AD carry.
2017
And-
Misfits who went 3-2 against SKT. Also on Rogue last year. It was the best European performer and Worlds.
I was gonna say the name sounds familiar.
Yeah, and then Core JJ support.
Okay, that's not a bad
2017
team.
World
That's
Champion
literally,
support
like,
player.
They got 3.
I mean, Santorin's kind of doo doo.
Santorin hasn't won a championship since summer 2015. With
Yeah, when
Bjergsen.
he was on TSM forever ago.
Exactly.
They got 3-0'd by a guy named Jojo Pune, bro.
Jojo Pune, 17 years old from Canada, former Fortnite
Is Afro Moose still playing on 100
Yeah,
Thieves?
he's on-
pro. No, he's on Dignitas.
He's on Dig.
Dignitas.
Yeah, so
I know he moved
rip
on
that
100 Thieves
career.
for a little while.
Yeah, let's cover the Evil
Alright.
Genius roster that's playing today. We got Impact in the top lane, former 2013 World Championship winner.
We got a good story in here.
Yeah, dude, this guy's crazy. Inspired, also on Rogue last year, and also the best European jungler, former MVP of summer in Europe in 2021.
And then 3 NA players in the rest of the spots.
Yeah, you have Jojo Pune, that Fortnite pro kid, who's up and coming and fucking nuts. You have Danny, he was last year's Rookie of the Year in NA, and then you have Vulcan, who is former
good.
C9. He was playing with Sven the last 2 years. He played on Clutch Gaming before that. They didn't mention that on the broadcast on one time yesterday. I want to point that out. No one pointed out he was on the Clutch roster.
Respect on Clutch Gaming.
The Clutch went to Worlds. Like that was crazy. It was the Huni, Lyra, Demonte,
yeah, dude.
Vulcan,
Bro,
and who was their ADC? Cody's son. Cody's son.
Cody's son, yeah, it was Cody's son.
Yeah.
Bro, man,
They went to Worlds. That's why Vulcan went to C9.
Dude, that roster, Demonte became one of my favorite like pros and like now analyst coach, whatever he's doing now. But like, bro, they would lock in Kiana Rumble.
Tanner time.
They would lock in Kiana Rumble and Demonte fucking Smurf because nobody would ban it out, and then that was the only thing they could win on, and they got banned out.
If they didn't have that, it was over.
It is what it is.
Dude,
see, that's the good side of NA. But then,
fucking 5 years later, and Hootie still only can play fucking Rumble.
Right?
Yeah, true. Well, Hootie peaked in his first season.
Yeah, true.
That was the top 8
wait.
worlds.
All right, enough about talking about the rosters. We can do that in the next topic too. But like Champions Queue, just how fucking lazy are these goddamn players, bro? Fuck that. Champions Queue.
It's fucked. It's really fucked too because even though Sven won, he's not going to get to make main roster because Berserker is so fucking good.
There's still no chance for him to
Bro,
that's
under his current contract, really, unless some other team wants to buy him out. Which if they do, like mad respect.
They will. I think Jack is looking to sell Sven to whoever needs an AD carry.
I don't think he'll go back to TSM because he's played for that org before.
Is Sven still considered an import slot, or is he an NA resident now?
I think he's a resident.
Oh,
he's a slot. He's a slot. But no. He's supposed to get his green card actually, and now there's rumor of him role swapping to support.
Oh well, either way, like if you need a cracked, about to become a resident player, who's grinding all the time,
Yeah.
I think some team will definitely pick him up, even if it's a role
I just
swap
don't
to
know. I
support.
just don't know who could take him for the money or for the role, because you can't. I don't think you take, Danny out
Look
after
at their
Danny,
rosters.
the king of NA pentakills.
Oh wait. Where's tactical playing? Because bench that fucker
TSM.
and get it. Oh
That's
yeah,
what
so
I'm
yeah,
saying.
TSM.
Nope.
Go back.
I
Go
don't.
return
He
home.
won't do it
Return
though. Why
home,
would he
son.
do that? Why would he do that?
Okay, that's okay.
Why would he go
but-
back to a place that he is actively openly
I know,
hated about?
I know.
No.
So yeah, Champions Queue is like a 10 out of 10 idea for the region, but the
Yes.
players are a 0 out of 10 for me for not using it and
Yeah.
complaining.
Any
Yeah, I would
player,
agree with you.
any single player who did not use it that had the opportunity, like especially Academy players, like Dignitas Academy apparently didn't play a single game of Champions Queue.
Not surprising.
Well, it's like
why?
And it cheapens the experience for everyone else too, because like if you're on a team, even if there's other players underneath you that are better than you that should be playing, at least if you put the time in, like the other people are benefiting from your hard work, even if you're not. Like the region as a whole.
You're
would
trying
benefit
to improve,
from the
and
lowest
they're all
teams trying to improve.
it's ridiculous.
It's just so like I agree with you. It's a great idea. If they utilized it, it would have been amazing. But like, it's basically like a boot camp in Korea, but in your own region. You got all the top players just playing constantly.
And then you also have actual Koreans who live here who want to help.
Yeah, and then you have the imports at this point that make up half the rosters anyway.
The hero of NA, wants this environment.
Imagine like how many? I guess there's probably about like 100 players in the NA system at this point.
So if you want to get technical with it, there's 5 starters for every one of the 10 orgs, and there's also 5 academy teams.
Yeah.
You also have amateur teams too, though.
So then
and then there's also Latin America pros. So LATAM pros get it on the server as well, which is really good for them because then there's also great players who are like Jose Diodo came from there.
Imagine like after scrims are just now in this free time that there's like 200 to 300 active players on Champions Queue alone. How fucking like
they started with 200 people invited, and they've grown it since then. And then it ended up just being RJS versus Jensen every fucking game at the end of it.
Dude, how fucking criminal is it that Jensen's still not on the team?
We'll see if that changes.
Yeah, probably will.
We'll see if it changes.
So I feel like we all kind of agree about Champions Queue. Now let's get even more negative and just talk about NA esports just
the absolute state.
The fucking stinky doo-doo diaper diarrhea stain that is NA esports.
Let's say one cool thing an NA org did before we shit on all of it. This morning, Cloud9 announced that they have signed it's not a great thing, but it's not a bad thing either. So, due to the state of the world in Ukraine and Russia, with Russia being a bad people and a place to be, this roster from Gambit Esports was released and allowed to explore other options, and Cloud9 signed the whole roster.
Yeah.
Kind of cool for Cloud9 to come back and get a roster. And it's a good roster to like sign at once, you know?
So the way I see it is like Gambit was hard smurfed, hard fucking went ham during the online era. They couldn't be touched.
Sure.
And since the return to LAN, they're like good. They're top 10, but like I just don't think that like they just can't get over the hump that is like FaZe, Heroic, Navi. Fuck, dude, G2's on it. They're on it. You know, it's like there's like Gambit's great, but I just don't think they're like that good, and you're just gonna get worse by becoming an NA team. There's like it doesn't matter how good you are, how cracked you are.
What if they're not playing in NA though? Like, what if they're playing?
I'm getting there, man. Well, first of all, I don't know if they signed the coach from Gambit too. They have Groove listed as the coach, and like, the thing is, if this coach is like an NA coach, like just from NA, like they're not gonna respect them. So I don't know about the coach. I don't know that much about like Counter-Strike. I don't pay attention to coaches outside of like Malik and like the big ones, but like. Dude, there's a sickness that starts happening when you start getting overpaid by an NA team.
Like be a coach. The coach and support staff for these like esports organizations make so much money for doing.
Like the thing is, like Cloud9 can bankroll these people to stay in EU, and they probably will. They will be there playing most tournaments there, but like there's not going to be a good like the major support system for Cloud9 is in LA. You know, like I
Oh,
don't
I
think they
mean,
have
yeah,
any
no doubt. But
set.
I think that this is a great opportunity also to like expand into Europe and like take their opportunity to, if this is a roster they can get behind. I'm not saying, you said they're like a top 10 and they're smurfing online, right? So what if there's things within these systems that Cloud9 has? If you've heard about the
Yo, bro,
Cloud9 systems.
I
Oh
just don't even
God.
see these players like just
Oh,
it's gonna be
dude.
weird and gross seeing them as Cloud9 players. It's like I just don't see that meshing well. Literally this is just gonna be Cloud9 EU or like, you know what I
Yes.
mean?
Basically, yeah.
And
Yeah.
like it's weird. I just think if you're gonna like do something like this, like there's like sign like an academy team, like go for some players that are gonna be cheaper because Nafany, Shiro, Hobbit, like these guys are probably getting paid so much money.
Yeah.
I also just don't like Cloud9. They left a sour
They
taste in my mouth. Yeah,
It's
fuck
been a
them,
bad year for you for them.
dude.
You not a
After they
fan of
fired
the
LS,
LS firing?
oh yeah, I'm more of an LS fan than that Cloud9.
How
So
wouldn't
yeah,
you be,
that's
dude? He's
what you like. Let's talk about this sickness, dude. Like EG Counter Strike. Oh my god, they're so fucking bad, bro.
yep.
They're like the worst fucking. They lose to Party Astronauts. Like this team is Stewie 2K Automatic, who's old as fuck. I'm pretty sure he was playing like back
He's
when
been
Durs
around a
was.
while.
Yeah,
He's
and
also
then like
played Valorant since then and then returned.
yeah, and like he's Stewie 2K, Cirque, Breeze, Rush, you know? Like the automatic should
Rush,
just be
wow.
like automatic should just be like fucking chilling and trying like Nitro is for Liquid. He's just
Yeah.
facilitating IGLing. Bro, automatic is their top frag at
Oh
every
no.
fucking he's their best player and it's not even close.
It's rough.
Like dude, Stewie 2K in 2018 was the rawest person on the planet, and he was on Liquid. He was on this team. He was playing in Europe all the time. But 4 years later, this sickness has taken over, dude.
Yeah, the
Like if
NA
you're
say
like pretty much
Former
what I've seen with
major
NA.
winner.
Yeah, from what I've seen with like NA esports and the decline of Cloud9 and Counter Strike, it's like if you're not on Liquid, you're probably not going to be very good for very long.
All right, can we talk about better esports things than fucking NA now? I hate
Yeah,
NA esports.
yeah,
yeah.
dude.
Okay, let's move on to a better region. The East.
Okay, the East,
Where League is fun still.
dude.
Where
We're
esports is fun still.
Yeah, dude, where ranking systems are actually like properly maintained and companies give a shit more in their regions.
True,
Um,
true.
The players actually try to
so
win.
yes, speaking of that, we got to talk about the return of one of the greatest to do it,
Oh, this one's a good one.
Nuggery. Nuggery
Yeah.
returning in the summer to play on Dam 1.
Yeah,
I don't watch enough LCK. LCK, I always feel like bores the shit out of me because there's 6 kills in a game, but
brother, did you not? We just talked about the 20-0
Yeah,
run of
you
Faker.
talked
What
about
the
how
fuck?
boring baseball is, and you want to watch an 06 league game.
No,
yeah.
dude, they're not 06. They're fucking close as shit.
No,
It's like 5-4,
SKT is cracked.
6-6.
SKT is cracked.
Oh my
But yeah,
god.
Nuggery returning. I don't. What does that really change though
Okay, so
for
like,
LCK? I don't think it changes
what does
much.
it change? I mean, it shakes up the who's good in top lane right now. Zeus is kind of uncontested, other than like, I mean, Genji had Doran. Like he's not
Yeah.
that good either. So Nuguri coming back and going straight back to the roster he left Korea to go to China from. Like it's after one split off. I mean, it's a homecoming thing. He has pure synergy with the top half of the map with Showmaker and with
Go
Canyon.
make a.
Show
Showmaker.
makeup play making makeup.
So like I think, and the thing is like, okay, I'm gonna say first off, it's a 10 out of 10 for me because I
Yeah.
think like watching the FPX documentary from Worlds and from like the LPL season that they put out last year from the LPL, Nuguri really didn't handle China well. Like he slumped really hard there. There'd be days where he doesn't talk to his teammates. He doesn't say any words in game or
Just
out of
doesn't.
game.
Just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like watching
Damn.
him come back, hopefully like this can be a redemption arc for him.
Yeah, he
But it
probably just
also
didn't want to
can
be there
be,
after he got there.
well, the top lane
Get the
was
hell.
really bad for Damn One. this year. The player they had was not a very good man. So pulling Nugri back, taking that innate synergy, giving it to Canyon so they can have stronger play on top side. They can then, work with Showmaker more, who's been slumping also too, because Nugri's used to his play style. There's a lot of benefit to it, honestly. The only difference really is now that the bot lane isn't the same. People always say like Beryl was the one on Damwon when they won Worlds in 2020. That was it 20? Yeah, that's right.
Fuck is Jake calling me right now?
I don't know.
Sorry.
He's messaging me too.
Deleted, yeah. Dude, I think it'll be exciting for his return. I still think overall,
The difference is the bot lane.
Where did Damwon finish this year? Like numerically, like
In
third.
Korea? I
Yeah,
think it's third or fourth.
they'll probably move up to second now. Like that's what
Oh
I
yeah,
think.
I mean I expect them to go to finals. I think the difference, like I said, is that Beryl was on the team, and then we always talk about how Beryl really enabled Canyon and Showmaker to be able to play better. I think the conversation is not the same around Nugri, but maybe it should be. Maybe he
Fair.
can enable them to play better and play like they would be able to previously.
Where do we feel like now that we're just talking about this? Like how I mean, I don't know, Daisy, you probably won't have like an answer for this, but where do you feel about like the state of league right now? Because like some years it feels like
did you guys see the NSI draw yesterday?
no.
Oh, we should. Well, let's talk about the
You mean
real
like the
state of where
state of the
league is.
game or the state of the esports scene?
Esports scene.
Okay, yeah, I don't really have a good blood.
Oh well, actually, how do you feel? No, I think that'd be more interesting. How do you feel about the state of the game since you just like?
Yeah, when you play, how do you feel about it?
Yeah.
In general, I still don't think the game has recovered from changing the masteries runes and items drastically. I still don't think we've ever gotten back to the core league experience that I used to enjoy in seasons 3 and 4 and stuff like that when it was still
seasons
fair. Like
I
think season 3 was the last time you had real runes, like the quintet. I miss that system so much. It was more complicated. It wasn't as friendly.
Hard to buy.
Well, that's the thing, because they were it's an exploitive company, so they have to make money off of it. But like they shouldn't ever have done that. It should have just been, here's all your options, pick whatever you want. And then everybody gets to customize with all these fun runes. Like I loved that whole idea of like every match can be different. Like you can play, like you can play different each match. Some games like, oh, maybe I'll go gold quints and I'll try to save and play for late game, or maybe like there's so much more variety now. It seems like, and maybe this is the same. You guys see this bleed over to pro play, but to me, it feels like normal games of League become very formulaic. Like you don't have as much build diversity. Sure. You don't have as much diversity in masteries. There's not as many options as there used to be. Like now, all the runes and the masteries have their own effects that dictate your build. Like they're so powerful that you have to, if you get like electrocute, you're going a champion that utilizes that exact mastery really, really well. Like back in the day, you had more. I don't know. Everybody could kind of utilize everything.
Yeah, there were more niches, I think, too. I think one of the most interesting ones was the old rune system, where Kale put 30 points into the offensive tree. Do you guys remember that at all?
I remember that.
I remember the pictures, but I don't really remember.
It was the red one, and it was all 30 points in that side.
Yeah.
That shit was.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You could greed, and you could put all 30 points in offensive. But when you were playing ranked, or like when you're even
like
play normally,
the little things like Battle
21,
of, dude, Fervor of Battle Leona at season 7 Worlds, that was crazy. Yeah. Like those kind of things were really interesting.
Now I feel like League is more like you have these like. A lot of what's dictated in the meta is like they have these crazy items with insane, like the mythic effects, you know. And it's not so much as like what the champions are able to do. It's like what champions can abuse these things.
There are
exactly. That's
but there are some things that are really interesting that still do come up though. So like today, I was playing a game with Julian this morning though.
What's the Everfrost? Is that like the one that stuns? That mythic, the blue one?
It doesn't stun, but it roots in a cone.
Yeah. That one is my favorite. I love that. I think it's really good.
It's a great item.
It's generic.
But again, it adds an extra ability. But I do like that item. I'm not
great on so many
items in general. I just miss the old variety. I wish they would just add more items.
Imagine the current item system with the old rune system.
It wouldn't be good for competitive play, but I would enjoy it. Like I wish there was a normal 5v5 mode where we could play alternative modes of the game that didn't affect competitive. I hate that's one of the things that I've really disliked about the state of now. It's so
That is totally
like
fair.
like other big esports, it gets so dedicated to the esports, the casual enjoyment of the game starts to peel away.
No,
Like I only play
I
TFT
get
now
that.
for fun.
I
Like
get
I
that.
play with you
Don't even get me
guys, but
started on TFT. We can start going on
yeah.
about the golden age of that. It's that fucking 3, baby.
Another
Yeah.
time. We have so much to say about it.
True.
But
So yeah,
yeah,
that's
so in general, LOL, I think it's okay. I just, I as an old player, I have nostalgia for the old days, and I wish they stayed closer to that.
yeah.
that.
Now they gotta appease all these Coomers and
There
Zoomers,
was a
dude.
thread on Reddit this week.
I am a Zoomer, dude. We are Zoomers. What do you
with
mean,
some like
Garth?
clone taking us back to League Season 1 or 2. There's like a thing you can install that like it's some like dummy server someone made where it's like up to like Season 1.5 champions.
Oh, like I see. That's like when I play RuneScape, I think back to like I wish I could play a version of League that was like Season 2, Season 3.
Yeah,
Season 3
that would
League
be a
would be
lot
fun
of
to play
fun.
back in.
Season 3 was like,
Dude,
I think, the prime time.
Rework Nidalee. Oh my god, dude.
Pre-rework Nidalee,
DFG
pre-rework
LeBlanc,
everyone. Like
Never,
LeBlanc, Twisted
before-
Fate, Rise. Rise when he still had his AoE ult.
Ooh.
When he still had his like web slinging,
dude.
cum shot
right.
slinging.
Oh,
Give me at least
take
a
your
cum
pick
shot back. They took that away this year. I want it back.
There are 10 iterations of Rise. Take your pick, dude. Somebody's a favorite. Like I like the one where it was
I'll
just
take
a stat
OG
buff.
Akali and OG Rise.
Yeah, those two are great.
Those are great.
Unhinged. But
Speaking of unhinged things,
yeah. Speaking of that, let's talk about some of my favorite TikTok accounts, some of your favorite TikTok accounts that are just absolutely fucking off the walls insane. So there's this one. I think I can post him, but his name is, what was it? Chef Say.
Chef Shay.
Whatever. Basically, this dude's like a meal prep guy, and he calls himself a chef. But what he meal preps is he orders food from like Pizza Hut, and then just like divvies it out in a bunch of containers.
He does it with like days old Sonic too.
Bro, yeah.
Oh my god.
And this motherfucker, like he's like going.
Does he
on
actually
about
like
how,
eat it?
Yes.
Yeah. This has
Oh, I
to
thought
be
he was like a meme.
No, this isn't a meme. This dude
He's
just
serious.
believes.
Oh
it.
no.
And like he will like go to like Sonic and get like 3 burgers, like fries and tots, and like he'll cut the burger like in half and be like, "That's 2 meals right there," and then like throw in like 5 fries and like. Bro,
and then he'll be like, "But not 6 fries because that's too much food."
Dude, there was one where he like goes to Pizza Hut and he gets like a large pizza, like wings and breadsticks, and he holds up the receipt. And he's like $70, 5 days worth of food, and like he's doing it. I'm like, bro, this is not like 5 lunch. This is.
It's probably 5 days worth of calories, but it's not food.
No, it's not even actually. But that's the thing. Like he'll like take. So he's like, I have 1 breadstick left. So when I eat lunch today, here's what I'm gonna do. And he cuts the breadstick perfectly in half, and then he dices up the breadstick into small pieces. And then he's like, here's the pizzazzizer, and it's this fucking like red kitchen tool that sits on a counter that's the shape of a wedge, and it has a metal circular pan that it spins.
Oh yes, I know. I've
right?
seen a pizzazz.
Right.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
So he uses that to reheat his fast food over and over again and stuff. I'm talking like days old Sonic. He'll get like chicken bites, like popcorn chicken, and he's just like, I'll take 4 popcorn chicken, but now I'll cut them up and make them into 4 bites apiece because there's 16 bites for more food. And I'm like, that's not how that works. This
guy has an eating disorder. So really what we're finding out is this guy is probably not underprivileged and doesn't have enough money to buy food. And he also has an eating disorder.
No, but if you look at him, he's wearing like golf shirts and like he clearly has an office job.
Is he just like one of those like creepy
he's weird, dude.
Yeah. What is the frugal, unbelievably frugal people?
He's like he owns a house like yours.
Yeah,
like it looks like similar to your house in a way almost. But he's just like incredibly frugal and won't spend money.
A lot like you too.
Yeah, can you put a hat on for me and then also make a Thanksgiving? So here's what got me about Chef Shay. This is the one thing where I lost it with him. I was like, I couldn't believe what I was seeing with the reheating, or like, oh yeah, here's these day old cheese fries. I'll put that on the pizzazz too. Or these like 4-day-old cheese fries or some like nonsense, right?
No.
He's eating like 4, 5, 6-day-old leftovers of fast food, and it's insane that he's like, yeah, I'm justifying doing this. But what got me was he's like, here's how Chef. He like whispers on his phone. Here's how Chef Shay does fucking Thanksgiving dinner, and he just gets like 1 carrot, 1 green bean, 1 tiny little piece of meat, 1 little scoop of potato. Like it's like 1 little bite of each thing.
I bet this guy is eating off camera. There's got to be a bit, right?
No, dude. No, because
Like,
he's like
so
super healthy looking. He's super healthy looking.
Thanksgiving thing.
That's what I'm saying. So like off camera, he eats normal meals, and he
No.
just eats it for the meme.
Like he shows his family and his plate in his hand, and they're just like,
they're all at the table, and you can see his plate. It's
in their eyes. That
and
they're
Like, does his family like eat this garbage as well? Like
no,
is he
they
eating-
eat
is his child eating-
no. They're eating regular Thanksgiving food. He's just eating 1 bite of each thing. They all have normal looking Thanksgiving plates. Some people
That's what I'm
have
saying.
healthy
So
plates.
after he turns the video off, he just eats like
No,
normal.
he's
piece of ham
serious.
he took was like this, like that big, bro.
Yeah,
like,
he needs help. This does not sound like.
Yeah, he's got an eating disorder, brother.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's.
I feel like a lot of the like craziest TikTok accounts I see are like food related. Like there's some people that like because you get a glimpse into how they live.
I think it's just infuriating to see people hike when they do like crazy things.
Some of them are a little bit different. It's like a fascination, and like one of the ones that I'm
it's like watching a car crash.
Like-
You know, it's
like-
like you don't want to look,
one-
but you want to, or you will.
one account I'm super fascinated by, not for like the right reasons. Well, I mean like because it's a gross. Like it's called Hood Meals, and it's just this dude, and like it's just him cooking in his apartment, and like it's the most disgusting fucking apartment. He has like an air fryer that's never been cleaned. He makes everything in the air fryer, bro. And like his fridge, like it comes off. Like it's not on the
like
hinges.
the door just comes off the hinge.
Bro, he's like burping and going, like making noise and then shuffling through his house.
Dude,
like,
it's so gross.
bro,
I couldn't watch more than 2.
Bro. Oh, gotta look.
Have you watched any of the TikTok videos? Like I couldn't call out accounts because I don't know that they last, but the prison meals, the guys that are like in prison making stuff out of like the canteen. I didn't know they had phones, but apparently some low security.
Yeah,
they're just posting on TikTok and stuff. So like they're on TikTok posting about like these crazy ramen, and some of the stuff looks pretty good actually. Like once they're done, it's crazy the stuff that they're able to like combine and make meals out of it. Those ones I actually like watching, and it's not like
I think I can. I just thought of an idea for one. Prison
tell
humor content one would be pretty funny. Like
do you like prison stand up?
The threat of like being raped by another inmate or something. Like you were filming doing your little video like prison wide, and then it's like cuts and it's a guy coming up behind you, but like your boy's in on it.
I bet there's some people in prison that have made
because he exchanged it for sex with your ass. That would be funny.
Just funny thing.
Some self-aware prison
just
humor.
some sexual assault with the boys.
Rape.
No, dude, it's pro rape. You guys remember that video? Jesus.
Oh my gosh! But I think the one thing with Hood Meals, this is just the last thing I'll say about him. There was a series of TikToks where his water like was shut off. His bathtub was just filled with whatever water was left.
So when he made like his ramen, he just dunked into the bathtub and put the ramen in.
It was the most foul. Like
Jesus.
Oh man, but yeah, Hood Meal.
I got one that I love. This is not so unhinged or degenerate. This is a little bit more along the lines of I just love this account. TP Baby 2000, Teriyaki Poppy. That guy is so fucking funny. He looks like he's like Southeast Asian, and he always has the warble effect on everything he says. It's that like effect. It's my favorite one. The first one I ever saw was like he's like sitting in the dark and he sees a flash of lightning and he goes, "Damn, that shit bright!" And then it just booms thunder and it shakes the whole camera. It was just it's so good. Like it gets me every time. But he has a bunch of them that are really really funny.
I'm just gonna say it because I feel like this is a general consensus. TikTok is 100 times better than like Vine or most other like social media like 100 times better.
No, you did not have that consensus.
I don't know, man. Vine's pretty good.
Vine caught a pure moment in time that will not be matched.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think he caught
there's just
eyeballs,
too
right?
many vines that are like. Now vines were just fun. Like
No.
were.
We only because it's been years and years later. We only rewatch. You only rewatch the good ones. You don't.
I
See
know,
the bad
but but here's why I think
good Vine. There's like a million worse ones.
Yes, I agree with you, but
I'm
I'll tell
sorry.
you why.
Nothing will ever be hello, welcome to Chili's.
I'll tell you why Vine is better. You shut up.
Couldn't get hood meals on Vine, bro.
Because Vine didn't last long enough to reach the stage of commercialization, which is why it was good. Because people were doing it for the love of the Vine. They weren't making any
apples and rocks.
People are making money off of TikTok, so Vine or TikTok can never be as good as Vine because everyone is going for the money. Like the food TikToks, for instance. If you start making food TikToks and you get really successful, well, now you're only going to make that. Like people don't create things for fun like they did on Vine.
I don't know about that.
Vine, you would have viral videos going of people who are just random. It's not they wouldn't become celebrities afterwards. Like
that,
everyone
I disagree.
Do you have viral moments on TikTok? Tell me a TikTok video that everyone would know off the top of their head.
Okay, wait. A TikTok video that's viral? Okay. The one of the white people like pouring shit into their toilet as a joke, like and like, oh man, what is this? This is gonna be so like they're imitating. Oh, dude, there's
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Like, okay, there's like a lot of. I think that
TikTok doesn't have the cultural power that Vine did. I don't know why, but I think the biggest reason is because it doesn't have that connection. Like people make maybe with the younger generation, there's more of a social media.
There were Viners who were like making money from Vine
at the end, but that's what I'm saying is why it was so popular. It didn't last long enough to reach that stage where there was there's a wealthy class of TikTokers that run the majority of the platform.
But there's a difference in like how the money is made entirely. Like so back when wealthy Viners were making money, like you're saying at the end, it wasn't through the platform itself like TikTok is paying people now, which is the difference. The platform is commercialized. Whereas now you had Vine, you had people who were getting like active sponsorships and using product placement in their Vines, like Curtis Lepore or people like that, where they would have like a Gucci watch on, but then also be having
or I'm trying to think of what is that guy and his grandma
a Frito bag, where you have like that kind of like you have that personal level of endorsement in doing that business. Of course, you had things where Vine was commercializing on certain people, probably.
It got there to it eventually,
but it wasn't. It's not the same ramp up that TikTok has.
Wait. Okay, viral TikTok. Remember the cranberry juice dude who was like on the skateboard just listening?
There you go. That's a good
example. Well, that's what I'm saying is I think.
But that's got nothing on hello, welcome to Chili's.
I think like Vine enables a different kind of creation that is not the same as TikTok enables a different kind of creation that's like more broad than Vine could be, because like it's not just like the 7-second shorts. It's like you got people promoting their podcasts, you got people like the songs on TikTok, like there are people
so TikTok was originally Musically. Everybody forgets this, but TikTok was originally
Musically never forgets. Petford Farm
was a like karaoke filming site. Like you film yourself singing. So that's why there was music attached. So like that's the big thing with TikTok compared to Vine. Vine didn't have you weren't like it wasn't a thing to just always put audio on your clip.
There was like a prehistoric TikTok where it was like all furries and people just like memeing on furries. It's just like, oh man, TikTok had some beautiful moments.
Well, and here's an interesting thing I just thought of because of that. So like because you always use music, it limits the audio of the videos that you put out, right? Because all these TikTok trends are all related to the audio, right? Like all the trends that come out on TikTok that are like the big ones that everyone latches to are all related to the music or to a dance on a music or whatever. So I feel like it steers the videos in a different direction than like an open air video. It's more like YouTube, like you have to create more content in an open air space than you do when there's just audio playing. If there's music playing, it's not, I feel like you don't need as deep of a content experience when you already have audio inherent in your video. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's fine.
Like that's why I feel like I like Vine more because I don't care. Like I like the TikTok music. Like I found a lot of good songs from TikTok, but I don't really care for what they do while the music is playing because I think it's just kind of goofy. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
I want content. Give me memes. I do like the meme
Well,
accounts.
all
On
right.
TikTok,
The thing is, I disagree with you about the memes. I see so many. Like, dude, the algorithm's so fucking perfect for TikTok. I literally get Rat Society related videos. You know, I sent you both one.
well, that's what I'm saying. It's like now my TikTok experience now compared to when I first joined the platform is completely different. So now I get a lot more stuff that's like what I wanted from Vine. You know, it's like crazy,
agree.
just like stupid shit.
Like one of the best algorithms for getting you shit that's
Yeah.
pretty
Oh, they
good.
by far have the best preference algorithm. They probably know
like,
whether I wiped my ass this morning or something. I swear to God, I don't know what
dude,
they have in the
it's
background,
insane.
but they know exactly what you want to watch, and it's like
Yeah.
even weird shit like that. Like
Yeah.
Facebook would never recommend to be a weird meme like TikTok would.
You're just in the wrong groups on Facebook, brother.
True.
Well,
that's where I get all of my most unhinged shit
Facebook
is from Facebook. It's just knowing the right person.
All the funny people that used to post on Facebook went to like Twitter or just like DM stuff on Instagram these days.
Can't wait till Twitter's rich, bro. Wait,
Bro, if Elon buys Twitter,
Elon buying Twitter would be insane.
Twitter into the ground.
You know,
yeah, we can talk about that. What do you guys think about Elon buying Twitter?
I think we should roll that into our next topic. Actually, looking at exactly what it says,
are going to suddenly have 70 characters per tweet instead of 140. Like,
Jesus. Okay.
But yeah, no. Speaking of this, let's start sitting on capitalism a little bit. Here's a little fun one. If you could push a button and bankrupt one company, which company would you bankrupt?
I know my answer.
All right,
we just talked about him for entirely too long. It's TikTok, everyone. I fucking hate it. I'm gonna be real with you guys. That was the most research I've ever done for TikTok, and enjoying it on my own personal level was for that topic. I watched Chef Shay because Parm was right. That guy's unhinged. I watched, a couple hood meals because they're crazy and they are funny, but I hate the platform. Get rid of it. So they need no money. Also, it's Chinese money, so get fucked.
So, I also have, I would pick Nestle by far.
That's a good one.
The collapse of if Nestle if you fucking Thanos snapped and that shit was gone.
Just so we're clear, it's Nestle, right?
Nestle, whatever.
I was hoping. I thought you were making a meme, and I'm like, I can't let my man sing himself to dry with Nestle. I can't leave you out there like that.
Bro, I appreciate the look. Because I would have gone on the whole.
I wanted it to go, but I couldn't. I couldn't. In my heart, I couldn't.
I appreciate it.
I had to go sneeze, so I did not.
If you could just Thanos snap and Nestle disappear.
Stop it. God, kill Nestle. What the fuck is your problem?
The repercussions would be felt literally throughout the world. Like 60% of like what's in every grocery store and just globally.
Yeah, almost all home goods. Goods.
Like, dude, it would be amazing. Like, fucking billionaires would be jumping off roofs. A lot of people would be losing their jobs.
They probably would recover though, because they have so much product to move.
Open up, the market would open up. So many companies entering the space. It would be an overall plus for the world, and it'd be hilarious just to watch.
Okay, Durs.
So I'm gonna go out of left field, and I'm not even gonna say an American company. Well, I guess TikTok is an American company, but anyway, I'm not one that Americans even relate to. I would bankrupt Gazprom, which is the official Russian oil company that bankrolls all of their war and hatred across the world. But not only that, they also sponsor a lot of your favorite European soccer teams. So if you look on their jerseys, you'll see Gazprom all over a lot of the ones in Germany. I don't think they are anymore.
Hope not.
But yeah, so Gazprom is just a really they're a terrible company. They're ruining the environment, so I would bankrupt them, and I don't think anyone would be worse off for it.
Fair.
I feel like a bad person now because I just want to get rid of TikTok because I don't like it. But you guys,
I have some other good ones that are just personal hatred. I was going out of that.
Like Sally Mae, just like
yeah. So our student loans get canceled. I like that.
Yeah,
You know what?
But they're
You know what
backed up
else
by
we should get rid
government.
of?
So, eh.
Let's also let's just get
Actually,
rid
the
of
company I would want to bankrupt more than anything is the United States government.
Yeah, I thought about saying Raytheon, but that's
Okay,
too hot
like,
of a
if I
take.
wanna be honest, I think maybe a good one, like I could say, like it's like Fairlife. Actually, they apparently
yeah.
like they treat their cows worse than like any other milking like process in the U.S. But they have really good lactose free milk, so like I have a problem with like wanting to hate on it.
You can tell we're pro Amazon because none of us literally we're not pro Amazon.
I just can't operate.
We're also
without it.
pro
I know
Elon
it's-
on
I know
Twitter
it's a
because
terrible
none of us said
capitalist
defund Twitter or Tesla. So
conglomerate, but there's
we
nothing I
do.
can do
We
about
are.
it.
So what do you guys think about the Elon thing with that Twitter? Like, I think it's a good idea, bad idea. Like, what's up?
I don't think it's a good idea. I hope it doesn't happen. You know what I
Same.
mean? Like
I
I
think
just
it's a
can't
bad
see
idea and it shouldn't happen.
I feel like we're like if he buys it, you're just gonna stop seeing bad things about Tesla and him. Like that's just going to happen on the platform.
Well, the problem that
I've-
also could happen is it could be a hostile takeover thereafter because if he buys a large share, everyone else could just band against
Bro,
him.
Well, that's what they said. They said if he took a majority share, they would torpedo the company. The
Also,
board
like,
came out and said they
dude,
have a plan in place for that.
and the Elon bros on Twitter would just be so much worse.
Yeah,
They'd
they're
be so
already
much worse.
unbearable.
They're God King, fucking finally taking over the castle. Like
It's Shia Halum.
yeah,
Shia
like,
Halud.
dude,
Not again.
And like Elon, he pretends to be pretty well adjusted and like really like open minded,
and like hip and everything.
Like he like any dumbass idea he's ever had, like he's gonna introduce the edit button for tweets, and that's gonna be a banger. And then he's gonna start introducing more dumbass shit.
Doesn't that already exist?
The edit button for tweets? I don't think so.
Yeah,
Let me tweet some dog shit into this.
Maybe after maybe for the first 5 minutes or something, you can edit.
Yeah, just type everything you said in the last 30 seconds. It was all dog shit. I'm kidding.
Yeah, true. So yeah, fuck Elon Musk.
Yeah.
My opinion on it is like I think Tesla as an idea, and this is just my general opinion, and Elon Musk kind of builds into all of it. It's like Tesla was a great idea, and I'm glad that they're progressing electronic vehicles in some way. You know, how much is attributed to them is up for debate, but at least they're contributing to more electric cars being out there rather than gas cars, which I support.
I mean, I guess.
But other than that, outside of that idea, that is my only positive thought about Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Everything else that the guy does, and the company has no relation to like him even. So like that's more a knock or a praise towards his engineers and the people that work at Tesla for their hard work.
Have you guys read about like two things, like because like when you read about Tesla, like the shit they do is like pretty fucking grimy. So like number one is like,
did you read this, the racism suit?
Yeah,
recently
that was
really
the one
bad.
that was the first one I was gonna bring up. Like, is them just not paying their people of color employees even near their Caucasian ones for the same jobs.
Ouch.
And the other thing was when they were building their like rocket center, I guess in Texas or whatever, the fucking damage it did to like the environment. Like they literally like took in like a protected area and just went over it. And not only that, but like the launches just completely disrupt all the locals around there because they built next to like houses.
They built next to like this like small town of like 100 and something people, and like there's a few left there. I think a few years ago, but like basically all of them had to move away because when the rocket launches happen, it like shakes the ground and the houses.
Yeah, dude, it's fucked.
Everything.
They literally forced people out of their home.
That's awful.
Yeah, so fuck Elon.
I'm gonna say Elon Musk for me is a 9 out of 10. Cybertruck go.
Yeah.
I want a Cybertruck so bad.
That's fair.
Ethical consumption is dead. I stand where I stand.
The Porygon truck does look cool.
Those people get out of their houses.
Consumption is dead, but you can still avoid giving money to rubes.
True. Yeah. True.
There's a way tough.
We agree with that one for sure.
You can make some selection.
Damn, today's episode has been a lot of doom and gloom. So
I feel like we're just covering.
We're just covering the world,
Yeah, we're just covering my balls all over the world.
We're the news first, most reliable thing. It's just in. Donald Trump is gay. You heard it here first.
Yo, I knew it.
Yeah. No, let's talk about some things we're looking forward to. Are there any game releases that you're like, guys are actually having hopes for?
Yes.
Coming up?
Yes.
Okay.
2022 has been a good year. Let's first address the king that did happen already. Probably going to win Game of the Year, Elden Ring. That game was pretty much a huge success. But there's still things to come out this year that are really exciting. For me, though, there's two in specific. Number one, Overwatch 2, which starts its beta like tomorrow, which is going to be pretty neat to see. And then the other thing that like the Overwatch clone, the Gundam Evolution.
Yeah,
playing
the
Dude,
Gundam game.
That game, actually, I think that will be a game our friends will play the fuck out of. Like, I think you guys will enjoy it. I think,
okay.
like it feels like a game we all would enjoy more because it's less about like hero play and like slow like pace. It's like fast paced gunplay, but you're fucking there is like tank element to it of like this guy has a big shield.
I saw how.
But you can still just get fucking one shot. It doesn't matter if you have a big shield. You can get shot in the head from behind by a sniper and you will die. It feels more like an effective like team play,
like a fun team deathmatch.
like
mode,
it feels less like Overwatch
modes?
and more. It's objective modes, but it feels less like Overwatch and more like TF2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So more casual and
more much more casual and much more fast paced.
Get a group together and just pop in and
exactly,
play.
or even just like 2 or 3 people. And it's a 6-stack game, I believe, so 6-6. But it's super fast paced. It's super interesting. It feels really easy to pick up and play, and it's going to be free to play. So like that's just everyone's going to want to play it for that reason alone. And I mean, who doesn't like Gundams really? Like they're fucking badass. It's giant robots, but they feel like you're just yeah, robots do go brr. So yeah, I'm gonna say that game is a 10 out of 10. Looking forward for me. I cannot wait. I'm sad actually that like the beta's closed right now and I can't just go play it.
Yeah.
So
no,
what about you guys?
So I'm doing something foolish. I'm getting my hopes up. Okay. I'm choosing to believe in Game Freak. I saw the starters for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, Fue Coco.
Dude, yes, they look good. I like what they're based on. I think I see the potential.
Yeah.
God, I just hope there's not a stupid fucking mechanic.
Yeah, if they give another dumb mechanic, Pokemon
dude,
could
if it's another like Z moves were all right, Mega Evolutions, just bring them back. Just bring them back. Just do that. Just do that. Just do that.
Dude, Z moves.
If you've already introduced a dumb mechanic, just bring it back.
I saw something on the Pokemon subreddit the other day that was really interesting. It was that Dynamaxing and Gigantamaxing is essentially the combination of Mega Evolution and Z moves. And I was like, that makes sense, but I hate that more than I like dislike either one of those.
There's 2 bad ideas. Let's combine them. And
no. The Mega Evolutions were great, actually.
Yeah,
they were the best one.
I have played that.
Gen 6 had the best idea, I think, of introducing a new mechanic, and I think they could have done everything they did other than Z moves and Dynamaxing in the last like 2 generations and just kept Megas, and that would have been perfectly fine. But they decided to just not do that.
Yeah, I don't know. Crazy because like when I watch like competitive players, like not VGC, like the Pokemon one, because I was thinking about this the other day, like 6v6 Pokemon just doesn't lend itself well to like online competitive games, because like when you're playing on like the DS or what Switch, I mean, it's just slow. It's very slow. You got to watch the animations. But it's so like Generation 8 was so bad for competitive that like Smogon just completely like moved away from it and just developed their own thing with like the same stat. It's crazy. Like it's just Gen 8 OU and they took out Dynamaxing and like added Mega Evolutions and Z moves. And it plays fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm hopeful. I think it's gonna be good. I think I'm gonna enjoy it. I think there's a lot they can do right. There's a lot.
Yeah. Durs, any new games?
The new game that I've been waiting for a long time that I've been seeing. I know there was a beta test and there is beta testing still ongoing. Did you see stuff about Ashes of Creation? It's like that really expansive MMO. Basically, it's this MMO where the basic idea is that like the world grows along with the players. Mm-hmm. So like players will be elected mayor of like nodes in the map in the server.
Yeah.
And then like the mayor decides, the style of the buildings in the town, what the town is going to work towards producing,
Sure.
Selling plots of land to certain people in the town, and like as you gather resources in the outlying areas and bring them to the town, then the town upgrades and you get, more options, and it's like really cool that it's like a cooperative experience in that way. So like I imagine it like you get a guild, if you start establishing your town out in the where and slowly build up the node until you're a mining town or whatever. And like, I don't know, that whole premise right there is the core kind of like quirk on their gameplay from other MMOs, and that
Yeah.
is so cool to me. Is that the idea that the world will shift and grow as the players.
Yeah, I like that. I love like
Sounds
games.
And the election thing is just so dope because it announces it on the whole server. So like as the election starts, people just kick off voting and it's just like popping off, and then you see people typing in chat, and I don't know, that whole dynamic. And then like having some guy be a mayor in an online server of like a huge town is just an interesting dynamic to me. I think that whole thing would be
A
cool.
lot of
Yeah, it would be
progression,
cool.
but that feels
But it's
really
been in
cool.
development for a long time, so I was encouraged by the beta. Like it seems like the developers are like actually like really passionate about making this get like they've had it in development for a long time to make sure
Yeah.
they do everything they promised. So I mean, it looks pretty complete from the beta they put out. Like they put out a pretty large part of the world, and Asmongold went through it and everything. So I'm excited about that. I don't know if it'll release this year or next year, but it's very close now. Like I said, they're in beta.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm excited to play Overwatch 2, though. I as much as I love to razz Blizzard for just being a company, I will go play
Existing.
it. I will play every Blizzard game anyway. So,
Oh yeah. I'm not
it
gonna
is what it
shy
is.
away and act like I'm not gonna play the game when the game comes out. Like I hate that people want to be self-righteous in the way of like, if you really support this company, you won't play the game, and I'm just like, actually,
I do that for
that's
some
the
things.
opposite. I think for
EA,
certain
I'm that
things,
way.
yeah, but I think
Yeah.
if you really support the company, you recognize that there's usually a few bad apples in a massive billion-dollar corporation like Riot or Blizzard. And maybe there's a lot of bad apples, but then you also have people who work incredibly hard who are not bad apples, who make amazing things happen and create some of the favorite things that you love about those games. And like, it's not fair to those people that do put the hard work and the time and the love and being a good person in the mix and punishing them for the actions of others. Like, that's the way I look at it, really.
Nah, fuck everybody.
Yeah,
Either
nihilism, fuck them all.
I think boycotting video games is an effective strategy.
And
I think it's effective. Oh, I'm not going to disagree. It's effective. I'm just going to say I think for those specific kinds of games, like Riot and Blizzard ones especially, because of the sexism cases and things like that, it's hard and it's gray like territory to like argue.
Well, when you start
way,
putting
is
up
what I
like
mean.
moral tests, like if I were to say like, oh, if you buy any of those games, like you said, like if you make like a moral test statement like that, where you say if you buy any of those games and you're associating these activities, dude, it's like you really can't do that. You can't make a statement like that and not look like it is. It's just not like those people are not directly responsible for every single thing that happens. And like you said, like they're just going to their job and they're very passionate about making good video. You shouldn't punish those people because of the actions of these stupid large corporations that are just.
There's some people who've still been on projects who've been there from the very beginning that love their project. We shouldn't torment their liability, like their livelihood, and like just look at this.
But I will boycott shit. Like if games have a really bad pay to win system, like the Battlefront games, I haven't bought either one of the Battlefront games.
Those are just bad games.
The Star Wars ones,
the Star Wars Battlefront.
They fixed Battlefront 2, my brother in Christ.
I'm sure they did, but I'm not. I won't give them any money for it. I won't allow it to happen.
That's fair.
That for me personally, that's where I've drawn the line because I wanted to play that game so bad, and they ruined the entire.
They bastardized
it. It was nothing that was embodying any of the original values of what.
I played that game as a kid every day for years.
We need to bring back playing Battlefront 2 on Steam again.
I still have it on Steam. Yeah,
let's go. That game's great.
I pop in and play some games. It's a good game.
Where are we at?
We're a little over an hour. We're good. We can wrap it up here soon. We got 2 more topics, so let's just let's do it.
Yeah, did you have to go somewhere?
No, I can. I'm just good. I'm chilling.
Good.
So let's talk about something else. It's pretty big, chilling, pretty fucking cool, neat. Fan Football League.
Yeah, Fan Football League is badass, dude.
I think it's dope. Compared to this, they came out with I don't know if you guys have seen. There's this Fan Football League that's been out for a couple years, or I guess a year and a half now, and then now they just came out with a new like
UFFL.
UFFL or something, and it's
USFL, United States Football League. Let's fucking
yeah,
go.
yeah. And I watched some of that, and it was like it was okay, but it was like I feel like if you're gonna take a less competitive product than the NFL, you should just dive into it fully, like they have here in the fan football league, and just like let it be a fun experience for the spectators. It's like
Oh yeah.
yeah, these
I
guys are not gonna go on and be on NFL teams,
they're trying to
maybe, but
capture the fire that was the XFL. I don't know how it'll work. They picked some weird places. I think Birmingham was a pretty good choice for one of the teams.
oh, definitely, yeah, that's a good
New
spot.
Jersey seemed a little weird, but I get it.
Hmm.
So I don't know how it'll work out. I don't think it's gonna work out very well. But maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong because we do need. I think there is a need for that middle ground between college and the pros. Because there's a lot of people who like got signed after a while, like in the XFL after that one season. So,
Yeah, and
um,
I just like them
but
having a living,
but
like it's not minor
what's
leagues.
more badass than that is watching Johnny fucking football, Johnny Manziel, do the dumbest play some fan came up with to throw a fucking touchdown to Terrell Owens as he
Yes.
bullies some other retired players because he's still big as fuck.
Damn. So
Yeah,
So
stuff like
I
that. If
love
you
it.
appreciate old NFL players, like seeing
Mhm.
like because a lot of those guys say all the time on Twitter, they're always talking about like, oh, I could come back and play, and so it
Yeah.
was fun to see like a lot of those guys because I mean they're not that old. I mean they're in
Yo,
their
for
a
real,
lot of those guys
Terrell
are like
Owens
late
could probably come
30s.
back.
Oh, I'm sure a lot of the
I,
wide receivers is one of those positions where you don't I mean you get hit, but it's not always by the like massive people and you're not always at high speed. It's like a corner will bring you to the ground after you catch it. Or if they're like
yeah.
hotly contested catches, like you don't always have that
I think
roughhousing. So
fan
I feel like they
football
tend to
league
stay in
is
better shape, like when they're older, they
yeah,
retire
yeah.
earlier, but they still have the like use of their bodies, like
Oh yeah.
opposed to a
Yeah, I
lot of
mean,
like the
they
linemen and
still
defensive
I mean,
guys.
hey,
former
if you're gonna
professional
maintain that
athletes.
form in some way, though, might as well use it in a way to like continue to make money effectively.
Oh yeah, and absolutely. Well, we always hear about how professional athletes have trouble with money after
Yeah,
they get out. So I'm all for giving them a way to earn some money and have fun because
yeah.
they
Learn
obviously
how to
still enjoy it.
actually like manage a budget of different kind of income before it's just all gone. Rather. I also think the fan football league is pretty cool. I think it's a way for someone like me who has no interest in football almost. Like I'll acknowledge football is a cool sport because like when the most exciting things are happening in the game, it's like one of the most explosive and like interesting
Yeah,
games. But the
Hmm.
problem for me is there's a lot of downtime and it's really slow sometimes. And then you have
Yeah.
just like real fucking shit shows I've been exposed to. So for me, it's just like I don't know. This is like the closest thing for me to find interest in football. So I think it's pretty damn cool.
I agree.
Um,
Hmm.
it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm
It's
encouraged for
just
that reason. That's why I think
I think
it's a
it's
good
good. I
step.
think it's healthy to to make the ecosystem more interesting for people who maybe won't find it as interesting one way, but then they do now the other, and then you can look at the NFL with different eyes and appreciate it differently.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
I
That's
can
fair.
build love for the game, and then maybe if you eventually find interest in the more competitive side. But like,
Yep.
I think the joking and the fun and the fun of being interacting with the crowd
Yeah.
and fans
Yeah,
and everything just makes the game
it's
approachable
just
for people
goofy.
like you who just aren't
It's
into
just
It
it's
the
really
goofy
is.
and
waiting around and
lighthearted.
commercials. Yeah,
Hell yeah, dude.
it reminds me of when like Nickelodeon did football games. Like, have you watched
They
any
still
like the
will.
Nickelodeon
They
streams?
do, and they will
Yeah,
continue to do so.
yeah, so like I think the Nickelodeon kind of does that a little too, where you just see like they bring some of the Nickelodeon cast kids
Yeah,
up into
they
the
have like
booth and
that
they have them on the mic.
Nickelodeon valuable player,
Yeah.
which is dope. I love it, dude.
Yeah.
If it's on Nickelodeon, I'm watching that broadcast.
Well, and also it means I can watch it without having to pay, these streaming fees.
Y-
So I
Yeah,
Fan
True.
Football League, I'm sure is gonna I could do they have I bet they would be online streaming because I don't think they have
yeah, it's
like
online
TV
streaming.
contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't have
Oh
TV
no, no, no!
contracts.
It was on TV. It was on TV. It was on TV.
Oh, really? Do they
Yeah,
have
it
it on
was on
TV
TV.
too?
Oh, it's probably on both actually.
Yeah, it probably
Yeah, it
was on
probably is.
both.
Yep, that's
But again,
sick.
yeah, more access to more football is never a bad thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
access people who are watching other things too. Access people
Mhm.
who are watching Twitch or watching fucking YouTube. It's a smart move.
Yeah, and it
Yep.
feels more like a video game when you get when you get to like mess around with the plays and
Mhm.
like you feel like you get to vote like it's a chat like
I
a
mean,
Twitch
I'll tell
chat
you
like
this:
a
if
Twitch
I
admin bot.
am 20 times more susceptible to clicking a link to a football thing on YouTube than I am on watching it on any channel or app.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
for
going
sure.
out of my way and searching and looking for it on, say, Peacock, or like I know Pluto TV or Roku TV plays games and stuff like that of soccer and football and things all the time.
I've ended up watching some soccer games and
Dude,
some
Amazon
golf
Amazon
videos on
Prime has the
YouTube.
Thursday night, and it's so easy. Just going to
Mhm.
Amazon Prime and clicking watch because it's on
Now,
there.
see, that I'll say they've done a great job with that, actually. Amazon does need to improve their interface, though, for their app.
It's trash.
It's
The
kinda
Amazon
trash.
Video app is so miserable.
It's
does
it's
not
got
need
great
to integrate
content.
with their
It has
website.
they have really, really good content. It's just the way
I feel
that
like
you
it should be
go
a separate
through.
website, you know?
I agree. I think it's weird too, because like the first screen is so different than when you get to a series screen, and then you go through, and like the way they do seasons is weird and everything. It's just
Well, and
Yeah.
like they tried to mash
Just
it into
copy
the existing
Netflix. Draw a
Amazon
lawsuit
UI.
and copy Netflix.
Yeah,
Come on,
everybody
dude.
copies Netflix.
You
Everybody
guys
did the
copy
squares,
Netflix,
and then
draw
you
a
go
lawsuit,
into
pay with the money you didn't pay in taxes last year, Amazon. Come on.
Exactly.
Like, just get down.
Having a bad UI at this point in the game is damn near unacceptable, but the shit on Amazon Prime is so good.
I mean, you got
so good.
Evangelion on there too, so that's
Yeah.
just 10 out of 10.
Yeah, they even
And
have
they have a good rotating
uh,
variety too.
Yeah.
They
They have
do.
some good B tier anime on there.
They have some B tier movies that are on there that are
Yeah,
really
they have good like old straight to DVD movies that used to like rotate on TV.
Bro, I'm
you know?
talking
Like,
old
and
straight to
unfortunately-
VHS.
You got like Gladiator and like
That's
you
not
know,
a straight to VHS.
Dodgeball. I know,
That movie
but these
was
are like the
amazing.
things that
It's an
just play on
Academy
TV
Award
all
winning
day.
film.
Yeah,
I know, but these are things that play on
good
TV all
movies.
day. That's what
I
I'm
get what
saying.
you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
They
sorry.
like
It's just shit that
Sharknado.
you want to pop on and watch.
I
yeah.
get you.
Yeah, Finding Nemo's another thing that would just be playing on TV. Now Disney probably doesn't allow that.
Let's go.
True.
I love Finding Nemo.
Speaking, I have no good transition for this.
Hey, you
I
suck.
don't.
You're all tapped out of creative energy.
Yeah.
Speaking of speak,
Speaking Persian.
let's just round out today's episode with our Mount Rushmore of mobile games.
Ooh, fun.
Like, so just
Okay.
like and if you can't think of 4, that's fine.
I
Because I think
got
I'm gonna
him.
have trouble.
I
All
got
right,
him. I
start
got
us
him in
off.
mind. Okay. I guess I should go in the order of like all of them. Like the way like you would do like the actual Mount Rushmore, like George Washington is the first face, and then like whatever, right? So I guess my first one for my Washington would really be like a Game Boy Advance emulator. And the reason why is because it's like the absolute classic first phone, like touchscreen phone game, kind of. Like, you know what I mean? It's before there was a bunch of other independent games. I think that there was emulators that people would crack their fucking iPhones for just to be able to play, Mario Kart or
I do recall
all these things. So I think it's why it deserves to be like the George Washington on mine, because when you're emulating shit, like you can play so much. But it's like the first one that you really tried to go for before you went for independent games which released. So let's go with the ones that are the independent ones for me. My number 2 is going to be Fire Emblem Heroes, because I was like at my peak of playing that game. I had those like braided cable things. They're like the metal, like thick cable that like bend and like you can go all curvy shaped, and then it goes up into like, your phone case, like when you sit your phone inside of a holder, you like twist it and stuff. So at the peak of me playing that game, what I would do was wear it around my neck while I would cook or do anything, basically, once I got home. And I was playing for an event and like grinding to get rank for it. And during this point in time, I like the highest rank I got was like rank 4,833 out of 2 million people playing it. So I was in the second highest tier of rewards.
Grinding.
I was trying to get top 500, so I got the highest tier of rewards, but I could never get that high because I'd had to sleep.
Rewards are based on your ranking.
Yeah. It was like it's a timed event, like it's like over 2.5 weeks time. You can just kind of like grind. It's like it's an auto battle system too. So like what you would do is you would set your lineup. So what I would do is I'd set my lineup of like my 4 units that I wanted with the exact skill set and items they needed. And all I would do is set my placement like between like 1, 2, 3, 4. And I would, knowing like the 5 maps for the run, and knowing the exact placements of where 1, 2, 3, 4 start and like what would aggro, I figured out a system of like, these are the best 4 I have. And I would just press auto battle, and I would so I'd press 3 buttons and it would start running. So for like 3 minutes, it would be running on its own. I only had to tap the screen occasionally in between. And then I would just do everything, like watch TV, play League of Legends, cook food, and I'd just tap 3 times and then like go and run it, and then I'd do other stuff and then keep rerunning that. But like literally, what would happen was I got to a point where I was min maxing so much that like I literally like I would I would get like farther in the day and I'd be like, cool, I'm rank, 5,600 something, and then I would have to go to sleep and get like 5 hours of sleep so I could go to work. And then I wake up and my rank would drop because I didn't grind for those 5 hours I was sleeping.
Yeah, you didn't
I literally
grind.
couldn't sleep if I wanted to get farther.
Top 100 are bots, is what I'm
Probably.
getting.
No, I think it's just like people in like, so since it's Fire Emblem, it's Japan and Nintendo and stuff. So I really think that like there's a lot of whales in Japan and people who put like a lot more money. So either like you have slightly better team comp with better numbers that allows you with like proper like boons and banes on your characters to be able to like be able to run it faster technically.
Yeah,
So like by 30 seconds or something like kind of number. Yeah, like a boon is like your
I know what they are.
Yeah, one stat plus, bane is a stat minus. So like your unit, my unit might have a bane to its health stat, but a boon to its attack, whereas the optimal would be a boon to attack and a bane to special defense or something. So like it's just about like those kind of small numbers. That's why I loved that game though. But then after that event, I literally stopped playing because I was like so exhausted with how much I had played it. I just couldn't keep up with playing it anymore, and I started to hate mobile games. Yep,
that's fair.
My number 3 is gonna be, this is a hard one because it's like for my classic spot. So it's either like I want to say like Flappy Bird, but I feel like Angry Birds is a better answer. Like the original Angry Birds was just so fucking fun and so good back in the day. So I'd say that. And then my last one, my newest one technically. This is the only game I play on my phone. Super Auto Pets. I fucking love that game. I'll play it on my PC too, and I'll stream it and stuff. But playing on my phone, like that's like my, like if I'm going to bed and I'm not tired yet, I'll play like a couple arenas real quick and just keep tapping through and picking little pets, and then just go to sleep when I get tired.
Totally fair.
So that would be that. Honorable mention though, Doodle Jump.
Oh, that is an honorable mention.
That's a great game.
That is a good one.
So now I've given you guys a little warm up. Go ahead.
I got this. I was able to put some good thought into it. So number 1, I'm gonna go with like Game Pigeon. Like this is iPhone, obviously.
Okay.
Game Pigeon or 8-Ball. Like the chat
8-Ball
one.
Cool.
8-Ball's pretty good.
Bro, that is like like
the only reason I'm sad that I have an Android is because I can't play 8-Ball with my homies.
Yeah. It can't send you a "you up" text followed by an 8-ball thing.
By an 8-ball.
Yeah. So that's there, and then after that, Trivia Crack, because I still play that game.
You still play Trivia Crack?
I still play. Yes.
Get fucked. I remember playing that. That was a great game.
Yeah, I remember those times.
Number 3. This is where it gets kind of hard. I'm gonna throw this up here, even though I've never played it. It's just the meme-ery of it. Raid Shadow Legends.
Hey yo, we could get sponsored by them.
Yeah, sponsorship pending.
Yeah.
And then last one.
Use code 1 to 10. 1T.
Last one.
10.
Would you guys count Wordle?
I guess.
It's a mobile game, right? I don't know.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna say.
I thought that's too.
You know that bird game where it's like a slope, and like you just like press down and you're just trying to like go down the slope fast, and like I can't remember what it's called, but fuck it. You know what? Flappy Bird.
That's a good one.
It's basically that.
Well, dude, do you guys remember people like getting iPhones that still had Flappy Bird installed in them and selling for like $10,000?
Yeah.
Oh my god, crazy.
Take us home.
All right, mine would be Clash of Clans number 1.
I forgot about Clash Royale. Too.
It's the only game I've ever installed on my phone since I've gotten once I made the switch from iPod Touch to like actual iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean I had some like little games here, and these are all the ones on my list. But that was like the one I actually grinded and played a lot. Was Clash.
That sounds so fun. I love Clash.
But it's still good. They're still updating that shit. It's still.
You're a cocker.
Second, and this was tough. But I think I had to put Angry Birds second because it is still like culturally relevant to some degree. And
it's a banger. There's movies. There's an Angry Birds movie.
Yeah, there's an Angry Birds movie. So like I feel like I can't ignore that one. 3, Fruit Ninja.
Ooh, Fruit Ninja was a
Fruit
classic.
Ninja. Because that is like the OG. Like, it was like the first game where it made the bridge between like just some useless, like, it's not the beer app where it just is like a funny little gag. It's like
The lighter.
it's a cool gag and it's actually enjoyable to play on the iPod. I probably played hours.
They put that shit in arcades.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then finally, another good Mount Rushmore nostalgia one, Temple Run.
Oh my god, Temple Run.
Yes.
Holy
yes.
shit. I played a lot
You
of
could say
Temple
like
Run.
Subway Surfers or Temple Run or whatever, but I think Temple Run was the OG like
Yeah.
scroller sort of game, you know, where you did either
Bro.
horizontal or
I'm
this way.
reinstalling Temple Run right fucking now.
They still have it?
Yeah.
I know they have
Yeah,
fun.
I mean,
know
I think
there's
they
like
had
a
Temple
Sonic
Run
Club
2 or
of it,
3.
too.
They had like a Temple Run 2 that had extra stuff in it and different
Oh my
characters and
God.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Temple
yeah,
Run 1 and 2.
Also, shout out to Clash Royale. That game's a banger.
Clash Royale, yeah, I played a good amount of that. I
kind of miss it
apparently
sometimes now and then.
apparently it has some more depth to it than I thought. I didn't enjoy it.
Oh
as
no,
much
there's a
as
lot of depth to
Clash
that
for me.
game. I had a friend who like he would be okay at other games, but he is just fucking insane at Clash
But it's the
Royale.
same as it's the same where you need to get the best cards. So you have to grind
you have to
really hard.
there's a little bit of
unlock
gotcha
the
mechanic
characters
of
that
like
are the best.
leveling your cards or whatever to get them of tournament level minimum. And when you're playing at a certain point, you can't climb to a certain height
Tournament
without
level
having
Clash of Clans.
Well, there's
Yeah, you have
tournament
to level
Yeah,
your
there's like level
cards.
9 cards or whatever, but then there's like up to level 12 on them. So like if you're playing in the
bad.
highest tier in arena, you might need to have a
Because you could have the card, but you could
12.
only have it be level 3 and it'll be shit. Because
Right.
it gets health and damage and like it's like
Right.
actual like leveling in League.
Yep.
Get all the stats on your card.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That
And
makes
to get
sense.
like to get
The
like
higher
a
level
rank
cards
2
are
of
very
something
good.
like a legendary, you have to have 2 of the same one. So it's
Like when I first started, so I've only gotten a little bit into the game. When I played that game, I got the one they give you like a free rare card at some point.
Yep.
And mine was the like charging knight.
Yep.
And that
The
one was
Prince.
completely busted at the time. And I would just put a charging knight down and it would shit on every like normal card they threw out there because
until they threw a baby dragon and fucked your ass.
yeah.
All right, boys.
But
well,
yeah, I need
Baby
this thing.
dragon.
that does it for us, I believe.
Yeah,
Thank you all
I
for being
think-
here again for another episode of 1 to 10. Give fuck
Science.
the